Summer day.
Yeah, and they're seeing it back or wherever.
So I ran outside in my pajamas to see what was going on. A swarm of news that
That's just big old.
I know. But they say that's more the risk of a person that hasn't been shot.
Welcome back inside another edition of Gravity Storm Live. This will be our final visit here to Gravity Storm for the 2020-21 NAHL season as the Austin Bruins, despite a big win last night in St. Cloud, taking down the Norsemen by a final score of 6-3. The Bruins' playoff hopes were dashed after the Minnesota Wilderness knocked off the Bismarck Bobcats 3-1 up at the Northwoods Credit Union Arena. So what does that mean for tonight? Well, tonight is the culmination of not only the regular season for the Austin Bruins, but also the entire 2020-21 NAHL season. Austin Bruins taking on the St. Cloud Norsemen tonight at Riverside Arena. It's Fan Appreciation Night. Things are started right now, all to honor you guys, the best fans in the North American Hockey League. We're here at Gravity Storm Live right on Main Street. Come on out. Plenty of Bruins fans are here. My dad's in town. He's hanging out with Kim and Pat Lang, our billet coordinators, as well as Sue Stoll, our community outreach coordinator, is here as well. We're all hanging out, having a great time here at Gravity Storm, and the fun doesn't stop or end here. Going on at the tailgate, we'll have that going earlier before the game. Hootenoli's owner, Jeremy Olson, will be out there with his smoker, smoking some ribs, encouraging you to bring some drinks, bring a plate, have a good time with them outside. It's a gorgeous day here in Austin, Minnesota. We want to hang out with you, whether it's here at Gravity Storm, and then head on over to Riverside Arena and hang out in the parking lot, and then, of course, inside the game. Fan Appreciation Day continues as we're going to be giving away posters at the front door. It'll be the 2020-21 team poster, this current team. We're also going to be having beer specials all night, 2 for $6 beers, whether it's draft or cans. That's Busch Light. That's on everything, including Gravity Storm Bruins Brown Ale. So come on out, hang with us at Riverside Arena. If you don't have your tickets, there are still some available, austinbruins.com. You can pick them up at the door as well, but don't risk it. For a night like tonight, where we're going to be having so much fun and it's going to be such a celebration, you don't want to be turned away, because even though we're seeing some restrictions being lifted, mask mandates almost disappearing overnight, there is still a capacity limit on Riverside Arena and how many folks we can have inside. So because of that, we can only guarantee the first 470 tickets sold will get into the door. And if you buy your tickets online, you guarantee yourself that spot. If we sell 400 tickets online, that means we can only sell 70 at the door. So make sure you get your tickets online, because if you're not one of those 70 people, unfortunately, we'll have to turn you aside. This is the final game of the regular season, and the good news is with all these restrictions being lifted and everything, we've already kind of mentally turned the page from COVID-19. Next year is going to be back to the full-blown year. We'll have a bruiser. We'll be able to do all the intermission games. We'll be able to do post-game skates and autograph sessions with the teams now that there's not restrictions from the league in regards to how often the players can interact with fans directly, and handing things back. Obviously with COVID, that was a big issue. If they're, signing pucks and receiving a puck and then signing it and giving it back, there's a lot of transmission that could happen there. So the league wanted to see teams kind of cut back on that. But now that things are lifted and we're improving and we're moving in the right direction, next year it's going to be our 13th year here in Austin. It's going to be even bigger and better than anything you've seen. It all kind of starts and kicks off tonight as we wrap up the regular season. Austin Bruins taking on the St. Cloud Norsemen. Puck drop, by the way, 7:05. 6 o'clock, the doors will open. We're going to have that tailgate going on, though, all day. Gorgeous day out there, almost 70 degrees. Come on out. Hang with us as the Austin Bruins welcome the St. Cloud Norsemen this coming tonight, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. This is our final regular season game. We're here at Gravity Storm. I'm drinking my Finns. If you like an American Pilsner, ooh, baby, the Finns. I mentioned my dad's in town. He's a big Coors Light. He's a big Miller Lite, Busch Light, Mick Golden kind of guy, and he gets a little nervous sometimes when you go to different breweries and some of the custom and craft breweries. He doesn't always know what to get. I told him, Dad, get the Finns. This is right up your alley. I think he's on number 2 already. We just got here about 25 minutes ago. He's having a good time. We're having a good time. Come on out, see us at Gravity Storm Brewery. I'm not going to be doing an interview with a player here today simply because it's the last game for a lot of these guys in their junior career. It's an emotional day. 24 hours ago we thought our playoff hopes, we knew our playoff hopes were still alive, but unfortunately throughout the course of Friday night, that didn't hold water. So here we are today on Saturday. It's an emotional day for those guys, and it's still going to be a great game. 2 teams that are eliminated from the playoffs, 2 teams that don't like each other. It was a physical game last night. It's been a physical game the first 7 times these teams have played each other. We expect more of that here tonight. We're going to see that at Riverside Arena. Austin Bruins, St. Cloud Norsemen. We're here until 2 o'clock at Gravity Storm and well beyond. And then we're heading to the Riverside Arena parking lot. We're going to hang out there. We're also obviously going to get set and ready to go for an exciting game at Riverside Arena, Bruins and Norsemen. Stay tuned. We got plenty more on Gravity Storm Live coming up right after this.
Yeah, we just switched it over, and then I switched it back.
Okay.
Wow, she was running this, she was a switcher. So they had 3 guys on camera, and she was sitting down.
Well, that guy that was running the main part of the game with the camera.
It was different guy every period.
It was so far away, you couldn't see anything, and you couldn't see the goal, you couldn't see the goal stopped up, and it was no shot. But after the play was done,
Yeah.
You got a
After the play was done, they showed the whole thing has to be run. It's like,
Because they have all these cameras routing through one thing, and then my audio is just going. Three cameras routing through a box that then goes to the hockey TV computer, and then my audio just goes right to the hockey. So it gets there, half a second, a whole second
But you get twins, you
before
can
the
have
camera.
dominant one,
There's
recessive one.
nothing to do with that.
So dominant one will be more outgoing.
It's like a nano second, so it's not too much.
The recessive one can, but he kind of follows.
Mystically.
oh, this.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were just doing it.
That's all right.
They get along.
Yeah.
They joke.
Yeah, the cruise order back together with the cruise order back together with others.
No, so, well, sort of, because my oldest son
Yeah,
is
they
that.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, they got that state, they got good.
That is my,
You get over it.
well, yeah, I'm a male dog.
You're outnumbered.
I will be
No.
I have a daughter, so it's like, oh, that's right. So his best friend stays with us, and it's fun.
I only treat you the way you deserve to be treated.
Maybe.
That's that.
No, we're talking about people.
Oh,
I see, man.
I can't text him. You can tell if when you're listening to the game, there's a long pause. This is probably the game telling the answer. Healy is very good at multitasking.
He was, yeah.
He also,
Fire in his back.
he also had a Mac computer. So I think his text on the computer. I don't have any ability. But
That would make it easy then. We would have text them up.
I still have some talking. Like,
So what if, also the same, Shouty's family.
well, that's why I got the iWatch. It's just so you guys do tag, at least look at it and go, okay, so nothing's on fire.
You're in there, you're like, what do you think?
Right there will work, I think. Dude, that's me. What's that? Oh, Jesus.
What was the rate of the season?
I think I'll have a pencil.
Yeah, next year's gonna be normal. We have a cruiser, it's just autograph session happening, it's just really good. All that stuff down there. Not even working on
I think I went with Finn's.
Yeah.
So, two pins?
No, I'll have a pencil.
What are you guys doing? We were at, Thirsty Fox that place. Had Little Leaguers in there. Little League tournament.
And they were out of control.
They're always good.
It was ridiculous.
Had one beer.
We had one beer and waited
It's
on
gonna be real quick, so it's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they were crazy. I mean, well. Yeah. They had, they had 3 to 4 cities on Monday afternoon. And they were all taking care of the baseball
I heard that they were gonna give us
people
a
outside. And I'm like,
No.
no. Have 2 people go outside and have one smell. I mean, we had to like beg to pay. You know, it's like, why?
As busy as they were.
We've seen so much. We've seen teams try to hurt
Yeah,
us.
well,
Yeah, we were right there Saturday
You've seen
afternoon.
teams.
But we
On the
would have
ice,
known that
this
there was
way.
a
You've seen
base
how
up.
many coaches get tossed this year.
But
Why
they
not?
just didn't quite get how
What? We've seen everything else.
Keep up.
Because I felt sorry for the people that came in to eat. Yeah. Because they were not getting wages. Yeah. You know, and we had a beer.
My card, what do you have?
Yeah. I was.
Uh,
See, I paid Ben at
They're not still. Yeah, it's like freaking magicians skating by and stuff. It's like, all right, look, first of all, it's not a good look for you to be as a coach to be sending your team out there. Second of all, this ain't your ice. If you do want to do that, you wait until we're done celebrating our win. Then you can go out there. You don't run the show. You don't tell us when you get. No, I was really mad about that. Really mad. Yeah, just run it by arena staff, security, like as soon as they're done doing their thing. Because it is clearly marked our game time with sheet two. After the game, 3 stars the game. So they know it's not like we're springing anything on them that they didn't expect. Celebrate with our circle. We can kumbaya at center ice if we want. We can do whatever we want from downtown. I mean, all I can think of, and they told these guys where this is how we heard dominoes. Haha, you guys got to skate. Now all of a sudden, now it's stunning. 30 guys jump on top. They don't wear helmets when they go out there and do the stars. Tricks on something. I don't want to do that. Because guess what we got in trouble for that? Guy that runs the game by us. It goes to the stuff that we've seen this year. Sticks on the ice. That. How many coaches get tossed? Equipment manager gets tossed.
Who does the stick, Connor the board?
But I quit for 5 years.
Get up.
We've seen so much. Let's get a line ball. Let's just get everyone. I want to see dugout clearing baseball fight. I'd love to see that.
Bullies do it.
Why not? Bully fight, yeah. I don't think Shay's gonna
Well,
Shane's gonna start
for a
today.
couple of days to see the baby. She likes my granddaughter.
Might as well give it a chance. Hutchinson does very well.
Oh my gosh, the baby is, yeah.
For rookies.
I wonder if they're both going to be active. Shay's question. 3 goalies are coming back. Who are the 2 that are actually going to be back?
Well, I know that.
What's that back there over there?
Oh.
Forehead where he lives. There's another team starting up. Still off the door.
Oh, for the USA Gel. They're not going to exist.
Anyhow, he's gonna try with that.
Yeah, I think both teams are probably start the year. We'll have Hanson here. And then, no, those never come back. It's just Shay Hanson. Definitely have Hanson.
I know they did that when.
He's still, he's technically rookie. He was on the team last year, played 5 games. On the team this year.
What do you got?
That is these money's getting.
Got a nice team dinner.
20 hours of labor and 5 hours.
So you wanna make a move?
Think of a
Singing interview.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know.
So again, it's a plus.
Well, I can't wait to.
Go there and I'm gonna find it.
It's only that one day.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
So did you guys fly in or just drive in?
We actually stayed in Canada when we bowled there.
Right, that's important. You get them, stand at the river and like space kind of off. They want to see it.
Niagara Falls is just past the mountain on the Canadian coast.
Oh, it's so great. You know, it's
Yeah, we go in on motorcycle.
easy, right? Not anymore.
We came back, they came up from New York. And I told my friend, I could fall. fun. Right, he jumped in the pool. Out here, we used to have normal motel. He almost drowned it. Don't blow it. I grew up by the Miller Motel. I grew up by the Miller Motel. Oh, not with a beer. Oh, sorry, I don't want to be a bad influence on him. Is he gonna smile?
I know, I had that chat. I'm like, Walter.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, do you want to take each other?
Middle bottom, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. My niece said they wanted one, and then you were here. That's good. Okay. Thank you.
Well, you wanna look at it first, make sure it looks okay?
Small town.
Community keys.
It was a good time. This would have been February. It sucks. Perfect.
Look okay?
Yeah.
Look okay?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. I need to lose weight. Other than
I don't know, they got the light.
I'll be right back. I just want to show them what's there. Right back.
Denver has Rochester now. Rochester, Denver, Rochester.
You're on the scoreboard.
I don't want to be here.
This is for. So what are you gonna do like me, with all of our time now?
Hey, you can give me your address.
Here's what I
I can bring my dirty
The
laundry
first
and all that.
week or so. I just think
Well, she needs the business.
Well, you know, I'm gonna keep her here, but I'm going to make a can of tea for a few days.
Oh, there you
You know
go.
what? I'm taking her a can of tea.
Where are you going?
It's not like car show.
Yeah.
I have to go down to your great grandfather now. Hopefully we can get, we just go to Knoxville. Not Knoxville, we might get to go to Nashville.
You don't want to go to Knox Vegas. There's nothing to
I
Knox.
don't know what's going to happen when you're Nashville is where they have the lottery.
Yes. It's gorgeous.
And they're gonna find, there's a moonshine factory down there, but I guess.
At the Reynolds? The Reynolds are in town.
No
Oh
way.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh!
Things just got crazy.
We're going up. Oh my God.
Hey, everybody.
What in the heck is going on? The Reynolds are in town.
It must be the final game.
I had my shot, but I did take it.
We
I thought I had my
See, Mike, this is my dad, Jerry. This is Mike Riddle.
He probably been trying to keep it.
No, I told myself. And that's what I told
This that one is towards the bad area, so I don't have to sound good. Normally, I've never been in this place Hello, how you doing? Good, man. Yeah, this is a long drive. Whatever that is. Perfect, thank you. So you doing your... We still have it. Yeah, when we got there yesterday, it was pretty nice.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. We want to do one night. We will. Tell you.
How are you?
We're not gonna enforce fans. At the very least, if you think we'll do a partnership with us and Power Jimmy gave me the name of the guy who got there. Jimmy gave me the name of the guy who Is he in the right? It is a beer, but so we're
I'm in Hawaii and got them on transporting them 4 times. And worrying about them getting there because I knew they would have to get this.
It's a number somewhere between 0 and
I am very self-sufficient and I can get her out of here. No, it's not me. You got that?
Where's my cameraman? You got that right.
Now that I'm cleaning the ass, I think you hook it up? I don't
Oh, yeah.
You might like the Pennsylvania. Been here.
Yeah, I think that
It might have been the tequila. It might have been the fact that actually I told the coach's office this last Friday, right when restrictions were going to open later. It's like, that's midnight. I want to go out to Dustin's after the game like we normally do. Slam some beers. Let's go. Better the moment I walk in the coach's office after the game, let's go. Where are we going? They throw me a first leg. I'm like, well, I guess we're going to Dustin's. Okay. I'm like, hold on. I didn't even open the damn thing. I just walked out of the arena. I'm like, okay. So I got a pound of lunch. We get to Dustin's. Steve orders me a scotch. Then they order shots. Then Justin orders some shots. Tequila for everybody. His brother passed away a few years ago. I guess it was then I get a Captain and Coke. So I don't know if it was really the tequila. It's just that I literally hit the entire rainbow.
That's what it was.
So I'm just going to stick with beer before the game. I told them I drove on to the same class. So win or lose tomorrow. It was a long season, we got through it. But we died. I think we need to celebrate.
6 months after.
You guys leave, right?
Yes. Yeah, because when Ron goes, it's just my sister.
How are you guys doing?
To me, at that point, I think,
I knew what I was doing.
it's, more than plus it's just that, but you're easy to get her, like,
I think this was on my car. I don't know. Fix it. Alright, let me go another second. I'll be right back. Oh yeah.
Welcome back inside another edition of Gravity Storm Live. Austin Bruins taking on the St. Cloud Norsemen tonight at Riverside Arena for the 2020-21 regular season finale. The Bruins winning last night big time 6-3 for their 5th consecutive victory. This team is on fire as of right now, but ultimately it was all for naught last night as the Bismarck Bobcats fell to the Minnesota Wilderness 3-1, allowing the Wilderness to slot into that final playoff spot in the NAHL Central Division. So tonight is just the final game. This is the opportunity for guys like Cullen Rush and Garrett Dahm, Reggie Millette, Peter Jacobs, Grayson Valent, Connor Millimak, Kyle Alexiak, those 20-year-olds playing in their final junior hockey game tonight. So this is a game for them going up against the St. Cloud Norsemen. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Puck drop at 7:05. It's Fan Appreciation Night at Riverside Arena tonight, and it already started. We kick things off right here at Gravity Storm. We're going to be here until about 2 o'clock, probably a little bit later than that. There's a good gang of folks here, including player parents, including billets, Bruins fans, Bruins staffers like myself. We're all here hanging out, enjoying some Gravity Storm. I got myself a Fins. I love this stuff. If you're a fan of Busch Light, Mick Golden, any of that stuff, Fins is the way to go. They've also got their Coral Reefer on. That's a partnership with their friends Superior Cannabis right down the street. They also have Dreamsicle. They have a whole bunch of great options. Come on down, Gravity Storm. They're going to be open all night tonight. It's a great place. Such a welcoming atmosphere, fun, just awesome place to hang out. You can beer it forward, something that I like to do every now and then, and buy someone a beer that write on a card something unique and something special, or dedicate it to someone else. throw it up on the board and buy someone a beer for when they come in. I bought a specific person a beer. I'm not going to say who it is because he needs to find out himself when he comes in the next time he stops by that he's got a free beer. But that's up on the wall, and every now and then I'll write something for anyone wearing any Bruins gear. They get a free beer. So you never know. Maybe you come on down here and you find something that matches you and you get a free beer at Gravity Storm. It's a great place to hang out, a great place to talk with friends. Awesome time. Plus, they do things like trivia. They do things like live entertainment. June 19th is the next time they're going to have live entertainment. Jeff Reinhardt is going to be here. He's going to be right here. He's going to be performing right where I'm seated on June 19th. That's the next live performance. So I'm probably going to come down here and catch that now that the season's over. I at least know that my Friday and Saturday nights are open, so to speak. But that doesn't mean the work is done. We've got ourselves a short off season as the regular season is planned to begin same time as normal, that second week in September. Showcase is going to be announced here very shortly in terms of when the dates are going to be on that. So it's going to be an exciting 2021-22 season as we look at the roster and we talk about some of the returners and who the Austin Bruins are expecting to get back. And that's kind of where I want to lead this segment into. And we talk about the 20-year-olds that I just mentioned that I rattled off there who are graduating out of junior hockey and heading on to college, whether it's D1, D3, or maybe some of them don't play again. That's entirely up to them and what their choice is. But you've got guys such as Connor Milmock, who's going to the University of Alaska Fairbanks. You've got guys like Reggie Millette going to AIC. You've got guys like Garrett Dahm, who's enrolled at Mercyhurst, and he'll begin his collegiate career next season. But there's a lot, it leaves a lot of players and I shouldn't say players, but a lot of fans out there who are kind of like, well, who's going to be making up the Austin Bruins next year? Obviously, that is a fluid question, or I should say a fluid answer, because players kind of come and go, and we all have been around this junior hockey game to know that players might start the season in the USHL, then get bumped back down to Austin here in the NA, and we might not see them until October and November. We saw it this year. Boy, Garrett Dahm and Reggie Millette didn't join the team until late November, and same thing with a couple of other guys. So who are some of the guys that you can count on being here next year, assuming that they want to continue? Because obviously they always have the option to not play if they don't want to play, but you don't see that very often. You can expect to see guys like Nick Catalano taking a big step as he'll be rejoining the team. Many think he's the fastest player on the Austin Bruins in terms of just flat-out speed. Other guys that will be returning, Braden Simmons-Fisher. He is a fan favorite for the Austin Bruins. He's likely to return. Might start in the USHL next year. That's another one of those guys. He did play all of last year in the USHL with the Green Bay Gamblers, and he started the season with Green Bay as well before coming down here. But we're likely to see his return as well as a key piece to this Austin Bruins puzzle. Other guys, Ben Oakland, what an exciting talent he is going forward, as well as guys like Jens Richards. A lot of that fourth line is going to be returning for the Austin Bruins. Then, of course, you have guys like Carson Riddle. He's eligible to return, even though it sounds like he's been here for eternity. Maybe he gets a call to the USHL. Maybe he gets a call to Western Michigan. Of course, he has that commitment. It'll be between him and Western Michigan whether or not it's time for him to start his collegiate career. But in the event that they say, no, it's not, he's likely to return as well. There's a ton of guys that are going to come back for the Austin Bruins. Plus, you got to think about their tenders. Guys like Joey Malagani, perhaps. Guys like Blake Arneson, perhaps. Guys like Jacob Malinsky, perhaps. Travis Shouty, will he start in the USHL? I think that's likely. Will he return to the Austin Bruins? Well, only he knows that based on his production at the next level. So there's a bunch of guys that are going to be coming back for the Austin Bruins. Same thing could be said for guys like Walter Zacher, one of the Bruins' leading scorers. It's going to be an exciting year next year because there are so many young pieces, so many talented young pieces that will be returning at one point or another throughout the year. Plus, there's that unknown of the players that the Bruins are going to draft. There are 3 free draft camps coming up for Austin. They're going to have one in Detroit, one in Minneapolis, one in Las Vegas. They're going to be joined with other teams at these pre-draft camps, but each team is responsible for fielding their own unit. So each team is going to bring about 100 guys, and then they throw them all into a giant pot. So if you got 4 teams there, each one's bringing 100 guys. It's 400 guys, and nobody's going to be technically spoken for at that point. Maybe you see someone that you like, and all of a sudden it's draft day, and you go, oh, Okay, so they didn't decide to draft him even though they brought him to the Las Vegas camp. We're going to jump on him. I liked what I saw from him at that point. So you have all those draft picks. It's going to be a great season next year. Yes, the Bruins are losing a little bit of, there's always that nostalgia. There's always that sentimental moment in the final regular season game when you're talking about the guys who have been here for a long time. Cullen Rush, Reggie Millette, Garrett Don, been here for a very long time. And whether they're aging out as they're 20-year-olds or they're guys that are expected to be in the USHL full-time, like a Barrett Brooks, leading points getter on the Austin Bruins team, leading goal scorer. He was here for the last 2 years. Honestly, it was by chance that we got him back this year. He was set and ready to go to make the Madison Capitals roster. It wasn't until the Capitals opted out of the season that he ultimately became property of the Austin Bruins again. So it's guys like that we're definitely going to miss, whether they're 20-year-olds, whether we don't see them again because they improve and move on to the next level. We couldn't be happier for them. That's the whole point of the Austin Bruins, is to get these players to the next level, to get those commitments, get them to the college level, get them to the USHL. Hey, if we can get them drafted, that's